Yeah, me.
Yeah,
Me.
let's play D&D.
Yeah.
Okay, so hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Rolling for What. I hope you enjoy our snazzy new layout that we've got here, which is all posh and Monarch themed. And yes, this is the video that's going to be debuting it.
Good, we
I was
didn't
going to
know.
do it- Yeah, I was going to do it in last week's episode, but last week's episode I didn't have it ready. So, so yeah, we hope you enjoy the new layout, and will you join us back? We're still in Shelltown, of course. The group's still in Shelltown. So would we like to go around and do our introductions with Katie first?
Ooh.
I'm Katie, pronouns she, her. I play 84, also she, her. 84 is a rogue bard changeling, but instead of changing into people, she changes into inanimate objects. I don't super have a fact, but my brain's coming up with one on the spot. So let's go and see where it leads. So when she was back in Monarch and like her and the kids were like doing jobs for Dima, they would get their jobs done for Dima, but they would always create themselves little side quests. And that was normally to like see who could steal the most precious or annoying thing from people, and then you'd bring it back and there was a little hoard that was created. And then you had the secondary task where you got extra, like, I guess, street cred if you were able to get it back into the same person's pocket the next day. Because that meant you were just so good, because at that point they should be checking out for people looking in their pockets because they've noticed something's missing. So if you can get it back in, well done.
That's some skill.
Yeah.
Okay, Chloe, would you like to go next?
Hi guys, I'm Chloe, pronouns she, her, and I play Garina, also she, her. My fun fact of the day is that I don't know if I've done this actually since we started, but Garina's a smoker. She loves a fag, she loves a cigarette. And one of her most prized possessions is a silver cigarette case and a lighter that was like a fancy Zippo lighter that was given to her from a character that is not here anymore. But was Garina considered kind of her best friend, but they never quite got there. But she's still hoping he'll be back one day.
Yeah,
One day.
One day. Yeah.
Aries?
That's me.
Really like if my mic would pick me up so I can say hi. Hello. My name's Aries. Nice to meet you all again, hopefully. I go by he, they pronouns, and Jam is my character, believe it or not. And he goes by he, him pronouns, and he's a little short half-orc. And this is my last fun fact. I'm not sure if I've already said it, that I've written down in my notes. So anything else from here on will either be no fun fact about Jam, or it'll be complete and utter bullshit. We're so getting one
we're playing a game of rolling dice and make believe. I think it's okay.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
about to
I
say,
think it's
all of
okay.
my facts have been bullshit.
Yeah.
It's fine, that's
Garina
how they
doesn't
work.
exist.
Listen. Anyway, my fun fact about Jam is that his family, him and his family are seen as the local weirdos where he grew up. But they also get along. They also get on fine. They just think that they're a bit weird, mainly because of their names. But like, fine.
Cute.
That's it.
Cute.
I'm done.
And scene.
Move on.
Done.
Leave me alone.
Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. Any pronouns is good. I play Vi and Narin. Vi, the fallen ASMR druidic monk. I never realized how much of a mouthful that was until now. And Narin, the tiefling warlock, because that flows so much better and is a classic.
Simple.
Simple, easy, and if I thought my mic would pick it up, I'd do the meerkat squeak for simples.
Wow, that's a flashback.
But I know, right? It's still good, man. It's great. Yeah, I don't really have a proper fact, but I'm just reading off my likes and dislikes. So Narin really likes hand-carved woodwork because it reminds her of her dad.
Oh.
You.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
am TJ. I'm your humble DM for the evening, and my pronouns are he, him. And I play every other character in the world, every other pronoun under the sun, but specifically I play a character that has joined the party called Jeannie. She, her pronouns, and she is a halfling cleric who looks after, or tries to look after the whole group, but it seems like the tables turned a little bit, and now everyone is just sort of like bundling on the old lady, trying to look after her as much as they can. She's been with the party for quite some time now. And my fun fact is not about Jeannie this week. It's going to be about the world. So so the surrounding ocean of Falaria is known as the Emerald Sea because of its abundance of glaciers that are made out of pure emerald that grow from the seabed upwards. They're just like large pillars of emerald.
That's it.
Cool. Can't
Pretty
wait
cool.
to go there and steal all the emeralds.
Just 84, just like spending years of her life chipping these emeralds.
Yeah.
Maybe like, I'll take them
Yeah.
all.
We have water breathing.
Yeah, you
Yep.
do have water.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the 24 hours
I am-
as well.
I believe so.
Yeah. What were you saying, Chloe?
Yeah, I think so. 1 second.
I am so sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt this,
It's
but
fine.
I have just had one of the most exciting emails I think I've ever received,
Oh,
which is not for me. It's like a general one. Hero Forge are kickstarting for you to make your own custom dice.
Yes, I saw
Push
this.
shit.
your figures in them.
Yep.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
They're very cool.
How
Very cool.
fucking unbelievable is that?
Oh my
And
god.
they
Not sponsored,
pre-paint.
not sponsored,
They
not sponsored.
pre-paint them for you as well. They
I'll
pre-paint
send it in
them.
the chat.
You
I
can also get a
need-
full dice set with different things in each dice. So you could get, say, Garina's axe in your D4. You can literally
How
go for a
unreal is
whole
that?
character set dice. It's very cool, and I
That's
want
Not
them to
sponsored, not
set that.
sponsored, not
Okay.
sponsored.
Doesn't matter
you
whether
can,
we're
you can
sponsored.
literally
Yeah,
put
it's
your
cool.
face in the middle of the D20.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Oh my god, I love it.
Cool.
And one dice is about 30 quid, which isn't too bad.
It's not, yeah, because
So
that's
if you
a
just
mini
wanted your
and-
D20,
Yeah. Because as I say, like a mini and a die, like in the thing together, that's
Mm.
it's a pretty good price.
yeah, 38
Yeah.
quid. That's not bad.
Damn.
But that is so fun.
That is amazing. I need to.
Wow, well
I
done.
need it.
Well
I
done,
need
Hero
it.
Forge. Oh, you can get little Boris.
Oh my god. That's a Boris in a D20. Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if you
It's
scroll
gonna be
down,
adorable.
the whole set based on this, was it Druid, I'm assuming?
Mm.
He's got a little mushroom friend.
Oh.
Got a
Oh my god,
mushroom
I need to make fun,
friend.
Gus. I'm gonna make
Oh
fun.
Yeah.
no.
And gift it to Chloe.
Oh no.
Oh
thank you.
god.
I've got, in the other fucking campaign, there's another mushroom thing that won't leave me alone.
Amazing.
I don't know how it's happened twice.
This is perfect.
It's so annoying.
I love it. Well, you don't have to deal with
yeah,
it for a
that's-
little bit 'cause
sorry.
you left him in the room. It's fine.
I did. He's gone now.
He's keeping guard at the door.
He is.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry
Right.
to interrupt,
Yeah.
but
No,
that's
Very
amazing.
good news.
I think
Okay.
everyone should know.
Everyone should know, absolutely. Go over to Hero Forge and get that because goddamn, that's so cool. Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
sponsored.
yeah.
Not
Um,
sponsored, but go join the Kickstarter.
Yeah, do it.
Well, they already pledged a lot. So
Yeah.
maybe we don't.
Okay.
Just wait.
Yeah,
Just wait, it'll be out
get
soon.
them when they're available.
They don't need more money. Not until you buy the dice you want. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so let's begin. So
Rolling for what?
rolling for what?
Mm.
So we begin our session after you guys fought the creature that lived inside the harbor and known as Bubbles, to Scooter at least.
My friend.
While you were fighting him, 84 and Scooter both made their way into the ship itself, and came across a few things, and Scooter seemingly found what he was looking for, which was just hordes of gold and platinum that seemed to just be in this chest. Whereas 84 discovered another chest that was locked that seemed to hold various other things, most notably an obsidian box with something mysterious inside it. And so 84, being the magpie that she is, grabbed it, shoved it in her bag, and both her and Scooter legged it off of the ship. The second 84 came from above, came above deck. Bubbles seemed to retreat back into its home, into the to the water, and seemingly left you all alone once 84 had come out from wherever she was. As you all made your way back to the abandoned orphanage with Scooter and the other children just sort of bombing it away from you, you all gathered around and you come to a deal with Scooter where you manage to gain the information that the person you're looking for is known as Norman, and he hangs around in the Darkwood Cemetery. Scooter claims that Norman knows exactly where Orin Scrivello is, and that he will help you find him. You also managed to barter additional information from Scooter by giving him a lab coat and some rations. In that he had told you that the caretaker that looks after the graveyard, as scary as he is, he has a short temper, but you will have to kind of like, I guess, tread on eggshells around him and be polite and respectful in order to not incur his wrath. And so, once this deal had been made, 84, you got the group to gather round to examine what you inspected, and upon opening
Not
the
my best
obsidian
choice.
box, not your best choice. Upon inspecting the obsidian box, you opened it, and inside was a half-broken statue of something. It looked to be the bottom half of something. And it's like an elongated cylinder kind of statue. And upon seeing this in its casing, you all had your own experiences, as you had a split second where you all kind of just blacked out for a second and then came to, and you processed that moment in the short rest that you took before heading towards the Darkwood Cemetery. And we pick up after your short rest, leaving the orphanage and heading to the cemetery itself. So as you come out of the orphanage and you leave Scooter and the other children behind, you come out to the docks again, and you can see people now picking up the debris from where Bubbles had like smashed the dock to pieces. There is bits of metal and wood being picked up and like moved aside, and things being fixed. The ship itself that you can see now is half underwater. It's like partially sank, where Bubbles had carved a hole into it, and people are just sort of like bustling around. So, what would you like to do?
Go to the graveyard, I guess.
Go straight there.
Wait, what time of day is it?
Make an intelligence check for me.
Okay, sure. That is an unnatural 20.
A natural 20. You surmise that it's probably roughly around 1 o'clock ish, round about that time in the afternoon.
Do we know
just
what
by
time
going off
curfew
of-
is?
You don't have a specific time just yet. You've only been told that there's a bell that signals when curfew is, but
Right,
you
okay.
haven't been told a specific time.
Right. Okay. Then I guess yes. Let's head to the cemetery.
Okay.
Are we trying to disguise ourselves, everybody, again, with hoods and the like? Considering people keep watching us.
Oh yeah, I made myself look simpleton.
You're still
I look
still just.
I look like a commoner.
Okay.
Yes.
How many uses have you got of that? Oh, you can just do it on.
Unlimited.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's free use and it lasts an hour, so I just recast it. Yeah.
Okay. So Naren is disguising herself as a commoner. What are the rest of you doing?
I don't want to have to change, but kids are watched a lot, so I guess I will change back into Garina's axe cover.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But this time it's not adorable bunny rabbits. It's much more sinister. It's like it's essentially like a lion trying to like eat an antelope.
God.
It's like carved onto the side of it.
Nice.
Just to show how vicious Garina is. She'll fuck you up.
So how many transformations is that now? 84.
I have 2 left
Ooh, okay.
before I have to short rest. Well, long rest, sorry.
Jam and Garina, are you wanting to sort of like hood up, disguise yourself? Or are you wanting to just sort of like walk the streets as is as well?
Hood up.
I don't really have anything to disguise myself with.
Oh, so I should note, Jam, as you the when you weren't here, you were given like cloaks and things by Andre.
That's good to know. Thank you for that.
Have the cloak.
Okay, I will cloak up with this cloak that I have had this whole time.
Just note it down in your inventory so that you have that. But yeah, you were all given like rags and things to like hide your faces as you left Andre's shack. Okay, so as you,
What's Jeannie doing?
Jeannie's
Jeannie's
saying,
not with us.
sort of like, yeah,
Oh.
Jeannie's with you.
Oh, I forgot we left her with the kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no,
she's
with us.
exited the
Yes,
orphanage with you. She's just sort of like she's got her green hood up, and she's just sort of with you.
Cool.
Nice.
As you make your way out of the docks, you do notice various people just sort of like glance in your direction as you move away, and then sort of just continue to move debris and things. And as you move through the streets, you head to where. So go ahead and someone make a survival check for me, or make a survival check with advantage, because you're all looking for this place because you only know
I
this near
think
the
I'm good at that.
Oh.
I'm good at that. Let me do it.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I rolling
Hey.
digitally? Oh well, I do.
Okay. Right. Okay, with advantage, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, 13.
Wow.
18.
18.
I got 8.
So it would just be one person with advantage. I'll go off.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So 18. Okay. So as you like move through the streets, you got your map of Shaletown, and you were told that it's on like the corner of the round, nearer the Rotterfields. And you sort of follow this rough map, and you end up making your way to a street that is slightly darker than the rest of the places that you've been to. You can see way off in the distance, there is a large gate just off to you. It will be, as you're coming up, it will be on your right. There's a hill leading up to quite a large archway and a gate, and you can see various chosen few members patrolling that area and sort of stand guard. And beyond this gate in this large wall, you see a massive cathedral-like church just off in the clouds and in the misted area. And as you come to this street, you notice as it starts to like darken a little bit, there are two things that you notice. First, you notice there is a fence just a few dozen yards away. A few dozen feet away, that stretches just as far as you can see. It's a huge fence. It's probably about 15 to 20 foot tall. It's gigantic, and it just stretches and goes and goes. And as you're sort of looking at this, you see just off to the left, down the street, there is what looks to be a misted graveyard. So, as you come up to this graveyard, are you going straight in? Are you wanting to have a look around? What is it that you want to? How do you want to approach this?
Can I look for the man? Just
Yeah.
see if he's like there.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. Depends on how far you want to go into the graveyard before sort of like looking for him. It'll be perception or investigation.
I would like to look before I go in.
Perception then.
I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast into the mist.
No. Can
No, I
check,
do
are
it.
are you looking
Yeah.
for the Graveskeeper, or are you looking for Norman?
I'm gonna say both.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and perception check. Naren, as you cast Eldritch Blast, you hear that blast enter the mist, and you just see it blow as it casts off. And just off in the distance, you hear, and like something crumbles as if Eldritch Blast hit something.
Nice.
Can
Got it.
84 message into Naren's head and be
So
like,
dumb.
hell, we're supposed to be respecting the graveyard!
Didn't you see it? I got it.
Yeah.
Children.
Jam, what was your perception?
My
check?
vision is not good.
I got a natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
As you're like looking for both of these figures, it's very hard to see. It's fairly dark in this space, and the mist is kind of like obscuring a lot. But as you look and you see Naren just look at something and blast into the mist, the glow of her Eldritch Blast lights in like a dark purple, and there is a silhouette. You can see what looks to be some kind of like church or shack of some kind in the center of this graveyard. And as this bolt of Eldritch energy flies past, you barely catch a glimpse of a singular silhouette seemingly sat in the graveyard. You don't see anything else apart from that, though.
Okay, I'm gonna point out the silhouette to people. And just be like, something's over there. Silhouette. How to spell?
Crackling Eldritch energy in my hands.
Boris, please cast light
Yeah.
onto I don't know. What are
The
people
church.
he wants it to move with us, so I don't know. He's gonna cast it onto Garina's axe handle.
Okay.
Nice.
Garina, you see your axe as like you have the purifier on your back. You just see like this backlight just would start glowing, and you can see like all of your silhouettes being cast on the ground.
Just to
Really
help
glad
our
I stand out.
Garina becomes a glow stick.
Which way does
Yay!
Garina have her axe, by the way? Is the axe head up here or is it down here? It's up here.
Yeah, so she.
So your ass is on the shirt is
Yeah.
lit up right now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So as you light up this space, you can see that the ground itself, as you're like on the threshold to the graveyard, you can see that the ground itself is fairly damp and dingy, and it's like muddy. But regardless, you can also see that the grass is very cared for, very well maintained. There are plants and things that don't look natural, like you've not seen these plants before. They're definitely not ordinary plants, but from what you can tell, at the very least, they seem to be well plucked, well cared for, well looked after, well nurtured. And as you sort of like, you just take like a brief step forward, and like on the threshold there are smaller graves on what's the word? Kind of like leaning up against the wall as you enter, and they are polished stone. You can make out every single detail of these gravestones and these grave heads, and this area is very, very well looked after.
What sort of flowers are there?
You've never seen these flowers before. If you want to go ahead and make a nature check for me. Don't forget to roll d20 as well.
Yep. Okay. A nature check, was it?
Yeah.
12.
12. You've not had any experience with these kinds of flowers before, and you're pretty sure, in your limited like ventures in the world, you're fairly sure these plants aren't like a natural growth outside of here.
Right. Okay.
Most of them are like long, thin, with 4 spiky petals coming off, and they almost like flop at an unnatural angle, like a sharp angle that goes down. Almost like they have. The best way I can describe them is it's a long stalk with a round ball head and 4 pincers that come off, like almost like a tiny robot kind of thing.
I love these.
You can see them in various colors as well. There's yellow, purple, and black ones. Some mixed colors, some just normal.
TJ, I want to make that. Sounds great.
Nice. So Are you all heading into the graveyard?
Yeah.
I go where Garina goes.
Very true.
Going in.
Okay, so as you all enter this well-maintained space, the ground that you step on is both muddied with the soil and kind of laid out with cobblestone. And as you walk past this gate, you can see where Naren had blasted before, that church that she'd lit up is a very, very small church. Almost like a shack. It's got a tiny spire. You see the symbol with a cross and an eye in the center of it on top. The shack isn't as maintained as the graveyard itself, however. And as you come in, you can't help but smell, despite how clean this place seems to be, you can't help but smell that awful stench of rotting, of iron and blood and decay in this space. And as you walk past the church, you see various crows and blackbirds flying out of the top. And you catch just a glimpse. Some of them have two heads. Some of them have no head at all. Some of them have dysfunctional, distorted wings as they fly, more like feathered bats almost. And as you round the corner of this church, you can't help but notice the distinct sound of someone humming.
Gross.
I cast Thaumaturgy to open the doors.
Well, of the church.
Yep.
The church doors swing open, and there's like a cold breeze that like makes its way out. And go ahead and make a perception check for me. Oh, got that nose itch again. God damn it!
No, now you said it, you've made
I'm
my
sorry.
Just
It's
like
friends.
don't.
And there,
An unnatural 20.
an unnatural 20. Looking inside, just like briefly as you sort of like open these doors, and you can see what there is from inside. The candles you can see blow out as the breeze and the wind comes through. There's no one in here. You can see just from where you are. You can see broken pews, broken altar. It seems like something or someone has made their home here, but there is no one inside. And the more you look, the more you realize that the humming is coming from behind the church.
Right. Okay.
Norman
Uh,
Caretaker.
Do we know the tune? Is it?
Yeah,
is
what-
it a
yeah,
song
what is the
that is it a
tune?
song that's known?
It doesn't sound familiar to you. It sounds disjointed, and like the more you like step forward, the more it sounds almost as 84 specifically. As you're hearing this in your head, you're counting the beat. None of it matches. It's sometimes on beat, sometimes off beat, mostly offbeat, but it's offbeat in a way that feels irregular and unnatural. And it's not a tune that you feel like you've heard before.
Can I try and message into his head repeating it after whoever it is?
We see the person?
I was about to say, can we see them yet?
You currently can't actually see them at the moment. You can hear
Okay.
where the humming is coming
I'm
from, but you can't see them right now.
Can I cast Thaumaturgy to around where I think they are, and I want to just use it to make a sound?
Okay.
And it's an ominous whisper of "You're off tune."
Okay. as
Beat
you
and beat.
as you cast thaumaturgy, you feel it hit just like a random area of that thing, and as you listen and you hear the humming continue, and it stops.
I love that we were told before this to be nice and to not piss this caretaker dude off, and then Naren's just like, I don't care what that person said. I'm gonna do everything in my power to piss this person off.
Yep.
As the humming stops,
Indeed.
you hear shuffling coming from behind the church. You hear something moving in the grass as if it's standing up. And then you hear heavy footsteps getting closer towards you. Are you staying where you are? What are you doing?
I'm fucking hide. My axe is lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, we can't exactly hide. I'm gonna push Naren to the front though.
Oh
You just
yeah,
sort
for
of
sure.
Yeah.
push it to the front of the group.
I'm not gonna like aggressively. I'm just gonna like slide Naren to the front.
He's gonna clock you on.
You're gonna hit Jam.
I'm gonna hit Jam.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Jesus,
Uh,
what is going on with Naren?
Why are you so... Why did you come home
wait.
and choose violence today?
That I don't know what is unarmed attack.
It's just your strength.
I mean, I miss.
strength
It's
mod
9,
test.
so yeah.
It's a 9. Okay, yeah. So as Jam, you'd like try and move Naren forward. She just tries to swing for you. How do you stop it?
Can I just like catch her hand and I'm just gonna be like, you need to be respectful. Stop.
You spooked me.
Yeah, and your magicness hasn't spooked me at all. Right? Okay.
I hit the thing.
Stop.
We're safe now.
Stop.
Is it?
We need
Karina
to.
is just
We need.
really throwing eyes at Naren.
Yeah, we need to be respectful of this space. We need to not cause damage, and we need to not piss off whoever's the caretaker. Like we were told.
I hit the thing.
Yeah, you hit the thing.
Yeah.
As you look and you see a very long, spindly hand with almost like stubby fingers reach its way around the church wall as this figure comes from behind a corner, and you see hunched this straw-like being, its spindly arms weighing down to its feet. You can see that it stands no smaller than 7'5", 8 foot tall. Its body is like disproportionate. It sometimes has like a bulge in its belly and an upper torso that seems to just pulsate, but it's wearing a very large, long overcoat. And as it moves closer, you can see that its bulbous, rounded head is bandaged there's ragged bandages wrapped halfway around its head, so it's only its nose and mouth is exposed. It's wearing a tattered black top hat, and its
Naren's gonna hide behind Jam.
Okay. Its mouth
Yep.
goes from temple to temple. And as you look, its teeth aren't sharp and long. They are stubby and grind down, and there is very little of them. And as it moves from behind this space, the glow of this seemingly moonlight illuminates its pale grey skin as it looks, and hunched over it grabs a bit of the church. We have visitors.
Jones just kind of like look back to her and just be like, oh yeah, now you hide, okay.
You outside the crooked man.
Okay. Hello. I'm going to presume that you're the caretaker. Is that right? This is a lovely graveyard.
Pleased to meet your acquaintance, and you are.
My
Karina
name's
dry heaves.
my name's Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Well, not to toot my own horn, but
As he moves a little bit closer, you can see, as he talks, you can't see his mouth moving. And you know his voice isn't coming from inside your head, but his mouth doesn't seem to be moving at all. Why are you and your other visitors here, Jam?
we're looking for someone who could be a friend of ours. Do you know anyone by the name of Norman? We were told that we might be able to find him here.
Norman. No Norman here. I know.
No, Norman?
Tell me something, Jam. Who shot at me? It wasn't you, was it?
No, it wasn't me. I can confirm that it wasn't me.
Your friends then? Pal.
That is not my place to say.
Green points at Naren. Naren, you see it sort of like staring at Jam and then just briefly just twitch its head towards you.
Come forward, my dear. I wish to get a good look at you.
I didn't shoot at you.
No.
I shot at another thing.
Nothing here but me, my sweet.
And
Again, I
he's-
didn't shoot at you. I would have known if it was
as he
you.
brings his
I
long
shot at
finger
another
up and
thing.
just goes,
Come forward, please.
I go next to Jam.
you go next to Jam. You sort of see him lumber his way, and he just
And
sort of
I'm holding
lowers-
Jam's t-shirt or something.
You see him like lower himself down. Naren, actually, go ahead and make a perception check for me, everyone but 84, because you're currently on Green's back, so you wouldn't be able to notice this.
Yeah, I'm peeking over her shoulder because I assume that's where the axe head goes. You know.
Oh,
What we rolling?
is the handle there, or is the axe
Perception.
head there?
The handle's at the bottom.
Ah, yeah.
So the
axe
axe
head's at
head
the
is
top.
here.
So hang on, the
So
handle.
can I
So where's the
roll-
handle? The handle's there or at the
Axe.
bottom?
Handle.
Oh, okay.
Axe.
Yeah,
Okay,
you'd be able to. Yeah,
handle.
you roll.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Jam, what did you get?
17.
17.
Mm.
Naren,
8.
8. Karina,
I
I had to
got
remember what I rolled.
you got nat 20.
Nat
84.
20.
A classic 3.
Nice. So
Starting
Jam
off
and Garina.
strong today.
Jam and Garina, as this figure moves closer to your group, he sort of lowers himself, almost sitting cross-legged, and you can see his legs are just enormous. And underneath his large overcoat, you can see rustling and moving, as if there's something under there, and he's sort of got it buttoned up all the way almost, and you can see it's just tarred and dirty. And Naren,
He's eaten Norman.
he sits
Or
in front
is
of
he
you.
5 raccoons in a trench coat?
Absolutely, he is.
Or is he
Because-
There's 3 kobolds in a trench
Norman's in a
coat.
I'm just saying, his mouth doesn't move when he speaks.
Yeah.
Is he Oogie
That
Boogie?
could very much be like a mask or something, and it could be 5 raccoons in a trench coat.
I would love that, but I think he's more Oogie Boogie.
Bad.
I'm gonna ignore it for now.
Cool.
Uh,
As it comes towards you and sits in front of you, Naren, its hand just like grazes your chin and lifts your chin up.
You didn't shoot at me.
Correct.
Oh, why the crackling there?
Because I shot at the other thing. I didn't shoot at you.
And as you see his head,
Jam's just gonna butt in real quick and just be like, in Naren's defense, I think she was just trying to see.
Well, all you had to do was
as he puts his hand over your shoulder, Naren, and as he looks over to the church, he goes,
You need sight. Come and see. The caretaker invites you into his home.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Can I bring my friends?
Oh, the invitation is for all of you.
Oh well, if it's for all of us.
Cool.
Don't want
Yeah.
to.
Can I just talk to? I'm just going to be slightly trying to brush his arm away. Can I just have a discussion with with my acquaintances?
Of course. Don't be too long. The caretaker gets bored.
Don't we all? Yes.
and you see
okay.
he stands and when he just sort of shuffles and moves over to the door of the church, and he sort of puts his hand on like the top bit of the arch. Looks over.
Oh, it's just there like,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
waiting.
just, hey, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Hear,
But
hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh,
No, no,
Where's my list?
no.
I still got to make a list.
We need to add one for Jam.
Yeah.
No.
The
Add that one
caretaker.
to Aries, not Jam. Jam is an innocent, sweet boy, and I
Yeah.
won't have him tainted.
Yeah. We'll change that.
Aries fuckable list in D&D. The
Listen, I have
caretaker,
been
apparently.
I have been talking so much about hear me out lists recently, and he is on one of them.
Loves to hear me out list.
Specifically because of the way he just leaned on the door.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why if he's a bunch of bugs in a weird suit?
So am I.
Also, Naren, just
I
as a
can't
note
argue
as
with
well,
that. Right.
as
Yep.
a note for your, as you made a nature check looking at the flowers as well, as you come in, you notice that there are some graves that have been dug up, and they look as if
Oh.
they've been dug up recently. Like, the
Oh.
coffins aren't, like, out, but you can see that the graves have been disturbed fairly recently.
Okay. So they're empty, right?
You can't see, the coffins don't seem to be out of the graves. Some of them you walk past and you can see that the coffins are still in them.
Okay.
And you can't really tell unless you inspect them, but the graves themselves have been
Right.
dug out very recently.
Gonna be dealing with some skelly bones.
Cool.
Fun
That's
stuff.
those craves, not graves. There we go.
Anyway, to our sidebar.
Yes, to our sidebar of the group conversation.
Jam is just looking at you, just like,
What?
you're the reason that this guy is after, like, he's inviting us in and all that. He's being weird and shit.
I mean, I think this is just what he's like, and I didn't shoot at him.
But he thinks that you did, and you weren't respectful of the graveyard. And
I
he's
just told him that I didn't, and he understood that.
Did
You
you?
shoot at?
I shot at the other thing.
You keep saying the other thing. This is not specific enough.
Did you not see the shadow?
But you,
No.
It wasn't
No.
him. I tell you that. It was big. It was round.
In a graveyard, there's loads of shadows.
I think it might have been him, and also your shooty thing lit him up. So I think it was him.
I didn't
You
shoot at
missed.
him though. I hit the thing. It's gone. It's dead.
I don't think that's true.
It's gone. It's dead.
I
Where
don't
is
think.
it?
What are you on about? It's dead.
Anyway,
You're
are we
welcome.
going inside or not?
That feels like we have no choice.
Why? I mean, I'm
Karina,
sure-
thoughts? Genie, thoughts? 84. I know you can talk to us. Thoughts? Duck.
84 just tells you, she just goes, we can't afford to be disrespectful now that you've apparently shot at him. So we kind of have to go inside.
I didn't shoot at him. I shot at the other thing. That's dead. You're welcome.
Jeannie sort of pipes up and goes, I think she's right. I think I might have seen something in the fog. So whatever, I don't think that it was an entire threat, at least, but we shouldn't cast off her abilities. If she says she shot at something that wasn't him, I don't think we shouldn't put her under doubt. We need to stick together.
That also gives us a whole other problem. What if she shot Norman?
Well, then that is a problem, isn't it?
I don't think Norman would be that fat. It was very fat.
We don't know what. Do we know what Norman looks like?
Nope.
No, we don't know what Norman looks like. That could very well have been Norman.
It
And if
was
he
like
just
7 foot and really fat. I don't think that was Norman.
But it could have been. It very well could
Norman
have been.
sounds like
And
a
if that
normal
is-
dude.
If that is Norman, then we now have no way to get to Orin Scrivello.
We'll find it.
And if he's dead,
Problem solved.
problem enhanced.
We bring his head.
Eh,
84 just said to bring his head.
What is everyone on at the moment?
I'm saying that if he's dead already, we can just bring evidence that he's dead. You know?
But what if? But Norman knows where Orin Scrivello is. Norman, as far as we're aware, isn't Orin Scrivello. So we need to get information out of Orin Scrivello.
No. I mean, if Orin Scrivello is dead.
I've been talking about Norman this entire time.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
lost.
See, Jam, you didn't catch up with that. But we knew that we were talking about Orin Scrivello at that
I
point.
said, what if it was Norman?
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about Norman.
Guys, let's just go in the building.
Anyway, we gotta go in the building. He's waiting. He's bored.
Okay, we'll go to the building. Naren, please be polite.
I'm always polite. What do you?
Yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. Okay.
I haven't done anything wrong.
As you all like look, and the spindly figure is just sort of looking, and you can see it like looking off, blatantly not being able to like see you, but still having that like large grin on his face. And
Oh, actually, can we quickly just stay in the sidebar? I want to mention the stomach that I saw.
Okay.
Hey guys, did you see his stomach?
Mm-hmm.
No, entirely not.
His stomach was wiggling and moving. I don't know if he's actually that tall.
No, absolutely not.
Just insults his height.
Naren shot at him. Naren shot at a shadow. Do we think he's just a bunch of shadows?
Oh, maybe. Or this what it I don't know how words. One moment Aries' brain is catching up.
Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I will say he reminds me a lot of the Crooked Man, and wearing a bunch of mist.
Okay, but I don't think he's the Crooked Man, because
Not right now.
the way that his stomach was moving, it kind of looked like there was someone moving inside. So what if it's just one big elaborate costume, and he's actually a lot smaller?
Do you want me to shoot him?
No,
I'm gonna
Oh,
derobe
okay.
him.
we can do that, but let's go inside and see what he has to say first, and
It's been
then
a while since I derobed someone.
84 is gonna
We will
message
go
in.
in.
Yeah, 84 is gonna message into Karina's head, and she's like, "Problem with making people naked. You did quite a lot back in Monarch."
Back in Monarch. I'm a changed woman.
Yeah, it's been a while.
it's been a while.
It has.
Okay, so I think we should leave his robes on for now. We should go in, hear what he has to say, maybe have a cup of tea. We don't drink the tea, but we make it look like we drink the tea.
Then we derobe him. Let's go.
Then we derobe him when we're leaving, just so we can see what the whole bullshit with that is. Yeah?
We
Yeah.
go in, we have a cup of tea, we find out the thing, and we leave.
Yeah.
And we robe him. Derobe him.
Yeah.
Don't forget that part.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome.
as you turn and you head towards the caretaker, Jeannie walks up to you now and sort of like holds your hand, and she goes, "I think it'll be all right. We'll be fine." And you head into the building as the caretaker just sort of looks at you all as you enter, just smiling down. And as he comes in behind you, he fills the entire doorway as you just see him grab both doors, and you are partially for just a second cast in darkness before you see candles. Various things light up, and you can see, oddly, the immense speed this person, creature, whatever it is, has. 1 minute he was behind you, and the next you see him just lighting candles around the room, and he just hangs on one of the pillars and dangles for a second before jumping down.
I need him to stop.
And
Yep.
he gestures to some of the broken pews, and he goes,
Take a seat, visitors.
Take a
Okay.
seat.
"Okay,
Mm.
you all taking a seat?" Besides 84.
My hands are in my lap, though, not on the armrests.
As you just sort of like sit there, he sort of paces a little bit at the front where the altar would be if it wasn't broken. And you just sort of see him pacing, and he goes,
Beverages for new friends. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure. What beverages?
What would you like?
Water.
Okay, I can do that. Same for
Not any
everyone.
wine.
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 No wine yet.
Didn't like that.
Okay. I'm good then, if that's okay.
Of course.
as he sort of like goes in the back, and you hear just like ungodly rattling and smashing and clattering for about 30 seconds before he comes out, really calm, legs first, holding like a tray of multiple, what looks to be just like stones that have been like carved in and just drilled in, and he just sort of hands the tray down.
Help yourself.
Thank you. I'm going to take my cup of water, and I'm not going to drink it, but I'm going to sit and hold it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Why?
He's offered you a beverage and you're not drinking it.
Listen, I'm saving it for later.
Now's the time to down it before we leave, and then he's
Yeah.
like, "Thank you," and then leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my plan. I got a 12 though.
12, no worries. Okay.
Mm.
As the rest of you are handed Garina and Naren and Jeannie are handed drinks, he sort of like looks and he goes,
So
I
you're
grab behind me.
"You do?"
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a deception check for me. Or actually, go ahead and make a dexterity check to see if you can do it fast enough before he notices.
I've got so many tabs open. Dexterity. I got a 15.
15. As you like barely make back before he goes,
That's the eye.
Oh, I'm so good now.
I'll get you another one. Yes.
I see you haven't got yourself one.
I drink from the land.
Oh no.
As in, like, the soil?
Yes.
I'm just picturing him just on the
how
ground.
far off?
He nurtures me.
Interesting.
You've come to my
S-
home looking for a Norman.
Oh, yeah, that's why we're here.
He wouldn't happen to be the little deceitful rat that is digging up my graves, would he?
Ah,
No,
I
I'm not going, to
see.
be honest.
Okay.
We couldn't say
Um,
yes or no for certain.
You are
We're not too sure
friends
who
of
this man is.
Norman.
No. I said that he
Could be.
could be a friend.
Could be.
We haven't actually met Norman, but we
yet.
have been sent in search of Norman. So, if anything, we might be able to help you with your problem if you could help us find him.
I think this is a good idea. You
Me
will,
too.
Someone.
you will bring this Norman to me. Tear him
well-
apart.
Well, we might need. We can take Norman away and make him not your problem anymore.
If Norman has desecrated the land, Norman will pay. You
I
wouldn't
see. We'll
want to
put a
get
pin in
in
that.
the way of that, would you?
If
Well-
Norman hasn't desecrated the land, can we take him away so he definitely won't desecrate the land?
There will need to be a trial, of course. Determine his
Understandable.
guilt.
We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. we'll
We need to
Yeah.
meet him first,
we
and
need
then
yeah
we
we
can
need to
determine.
yeah we have to
Find
figure
him.
out what we
Hmm.
yeah. So you say you might be digging up your graves, yeah?
Is there any specific time that this happens? Do you know?
No, but most
Okay.
of the graves are dug after curfew. Little
Ah,
one
that.
Right.
has courage.
Does the Crooked Man not come around here?
The Crooked Man, see. The Crooked Man has not found this rat yet.
Hey, Norman, do you tend to stay inside when the curfew hits?
Sorry, yeah. What is your name, Mr. Caretaker?
Caretaker.
Caretaker. Did I
Good
say
to know.
Norman? Sorry.
You said
Yep.
Norman.
Yeah, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say Mr. Caretaker.
I sometimes stay inside, but I sleep in the graves amongst my children.
Outside.
I see.
Yeah,
And you're safe?
yeah,
Are you not
Interesting.
afraid of this crooked man?
very.
Hmm.
Like,
Right.
while they're having this conversation,
Mhm.
could Garina just be like obsessed with his stomach to
Yeah.
see if she can like as like
Go ahead and
as
make
like the robe moves, just to be like, "For God's sake."
go ahead and
Like-
make a perception check for me.
Oh. No. Mm-mm.
What'd you get?
Oh, I got 10.
10. But you can still see it moving, and like shuffling, as if like something is like kicking against the coat. But that's all you can really ascertain.
Can I? I don't think I can do any sort of message or anything.
No.
Is 84 still on my axe?
I am indeed.
Garina's gonna be like, when do I derobe? But like she's gonna talk out the side of her mouth, like, when do I do it?
84, considering Jam seems to be doing most of the talking with this guy,
Mhm.
84 is gonna message Jam's head and be like, Garina really wants to disrobe this guy. She's asked me when. And you can respond, Jam, with message, so.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, we figured that
you
out. Apparently
can.
we can. We've been using it wrong this whole time.
Yeah.
You can respond.
Yeah, we have.
Oh.
As long as you're within
Okay.
120
Wild.
feet, you can respond.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess John will be like, not now. Definitely not now. Let's find Norman first, and then we can derobe this dude after.
Okay. 84 is gonna message that into Garina's head. And be like,
Jam
sorry to burst your bubble, but
Also, Jam is absolutely whispering in his response because he definitely wouldn't understand how that works yet.
Garina is gonna reply back to 84 and be like, but what if Norman's in there?
Ah, yeah.
I'm like, we could search the graveyard first, and then if we come up with nothing, then I guess we derobe the man and find Norman.
Feel Garina and be like, oh, fine, just fucking waste our time and then derobe the man.
84 is you can hear like just I don't know. It's not so much a message of words as it is like sassiness back to your sassiness with a sigh.
So, Mr. Caretaker,
Yeah,
Mr. or just Caretaker?
either is fine.
Okay. Yeah, Caretaker. So how long have the graves been getting disturbed?
A few weeks now.
Okay. And you're sure it's Norman?
I-
It might not be multiple parties,
I-
or
Don't know. This is why my new friends will help me to see. It may be on Norman. It may not be. It may be you.
It
Not
could.
us.
It could be you.
Are you sure you're not doing it in your sleep as you sleep in the graves?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Green's going to be like, it could be you, but points at the stomach.
Who? Who are you
That's
asking
a
for?
natural
There?
one,
Oh,
sorry,
TJ.
Aaron. Natural one.
It's a natural
Oh.
one.
Noted.
Rough.
Yeah.
Grim.
As he looks and he just sort of like you see his like huge grin struggle to like subside as if he's trying to like scowl at you, and you just hear a low groan.
Just an observation.
Yes.
You said you sleep in the graves.
Yes. Are you going to
Okay.
help the caretaker or not?
Okay, so we'll scout out the graveyard tonight, and we'll see what we find.
Good idea, Jam.
Thanks, Dad.
I forgot you told him your name, and that makes it so much worse.
I thought you said champ, and I was like, what?
No, I said jam.
That's why I was like, thanks, Dad.
That was a really strange response. I was like, okay. Jam's really missing his
I
parents.
like it. I was like,
That
ew.
was
That's really Mrs. Bam.
To clarify, that was an Aries response,
Yeah,
not a jam
know.
response. Good.
As he sort of like looks, he goes,
You can return this evening. Help me.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we
After
okay to have-
curfew?
If you like, you can search now if you want to.
Yeah, we might as well have a look around whilst we're here to get familiar
Yeah.
with our surroundings.
Lay of the land.
make
Yeah, and we might.
Yeah.
make a group persuasion check for me.
I need a pee.
I need a pee.
Go for a pee then.
Yeah, after you roll,
Oh,
go for
a
Pete.
good persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh,
12.
I got a nat 20,
Oh
baby.
my God.
Hey!
I'm glad
Pers-
you did.
Persuasion.
Persuasion, yeah.
24.
24. 84.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. All my rolls are shit. It is a 3 + 4, so brain
So
7.
7.
Okay.
Okay.
We got a nat 20 and a 24. So good.
Yeah.
Mine would be 23
20.
if I'm
There
adding
you
my
go.
Okay.
perception.
It's a natural 20 anyway, so that's definitely a success. As he sort of looks and goes,
You have my permission to search the ground. But please don't disturb my children any more than they already have.
no
We-
worries.
Do your children move or no?
Not that I have encountered, but you could make them move. They do like the party.
Don't we all?
Maybe later.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a lovely meeting you. We're gonna go and have a look around now. I'm sure we'll meet up again at some point.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.
as he sort of like just slinks back and sits on the broken altar, just as you sort of all turn and leave behind your cup.
Oh, we don't turn. I walk looking at the guy. I was
It's
just like,
just backing up.
yeah.
As the door, you just your backs sort of just hit the doors and you fumble a little bit and they open. He stares at you, just like grabbing one of like the beams holding up the ceiling, just sitting there staring at you.
Oh. I'm gonna put my cup down on the pew as well. I'm not gonna
Okay.
take that with me.
Yeah, you will leave your cups behind. You
Yeah.
leave, and as you exit, what would you like to do? Where would you like to start with this investigation?
Jab's the caretaker's best friend.
I'm gonna punch now.
Are you actually?
Now
or
it
are
does
you
say
are
that,
you,
by the
are you
way.
not?
Yeah.
Well, if you're saying that, then yeah,
I've said
Go
gonna,
that.
ahead and roll me an
I'm gonna
attack.
punch you on the shoulder.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
in the
can you
shoulder,
stop
yeah, you-
fighting?
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, what are you?
84 is gonna message Garena and be like, "Can you take me away from the church so that I can transform back, please?"
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Greener will go somewhere.
Okay,
Go
amazing.
somewhere.
Just a little bit away from the church, and you just turn into yourself again, 84.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Oh,
Welcome
there it
back.
is. Okay.
I just love it when
Um,
I arrive in a graveyard. It's my favorite thing to do on a weekend.
Very normal.
Yeah.
Hey, does 16 hit?
No.
Tragic.
You managed to just like graze her shoulder just a little bit, but it just doesn't. You barely notice it at all.
Mm.
So where would you like to
She
start?
gives you a little taunting look of just like, I know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Marin's a bitch today.
Yeah. Garena's only got so much patience.
Shall we continue? Oh no, it's dropping
Yes.
again. God damn it! Stop it! Stop it! I can see my connection slowly going. Right, we'll continue. So you're outside the church. We're back. You're outside the church. Where would you like to start with this investigation? Where would you like to start looking?
Hmm. What can we see? What, like, I
was about to
suppose like
say-
looking the dug up graves would be a good starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if there's any similarities or anything.
Okie dokie. So go ahead and make whoever's going to be investigating these dug up graves. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Terrible. Oh, terrible.
Well, you can
Oh,
make it
no.
with advantage if you're all doing it. So
Yeah, I'll
someone,
help.
yeah, one person roll with advantage. I'll let you roll again, Aries.
Oh dear.
What
I
was
am
it
the
for,
worst at
investigation?
this.
Yeah.
I'm rubbish. at
Can someone
investigation.
else roll?
Yeah.
How much
I could.
investigation do I have? Yeah, I can roll. I've got +4 to my
Anyone-
investigation.
Go
I
for
have
it.
0, so someone
Okay.
else roll.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh
Oh,
no, it's a
God.
nat 1.
It was a 3 and then a nat 1. So both of those are +4. Why am I rolling so shit
So-
today?
Why was my initial roll better?
Okay, so as you head over to these
Oh,
discarded
God.
graves, there's not a lot you can find. You spend a few minutes just sort of like looking over the graves themselves. The coffins are just a little bit too heavy, and it doesn't catch your attention all that much. There's nothing around the actual grave that catches your attention. If you want to examine like in the coffin or like deeper in the grave, you're more than welcome to do that. But it's entirely up to you. But nothing around the grave or on the grave seems to take your attention.
What's
I'm definitely not gonna
actually...
look inside.
Yeah. What's actually in the graveyard? Is it just graves? Are there trees around? Is there
There's-
certain crypts?
There are certain like jagged trees that you can see, barely any. There's very little in the way of like flora in this space. It seems to just be muddy ground, grass, and graves. It's quite a flat space as well, and the graveyard itself backs onto the road that people would use coming to and from the round.
Are
Did
there
you
any crypts?
It doesn't seem to be any crypts. Go ahead and make an investigation check to sort of have a look around, see if you can find anything.
Did you say that there was a shack as well, or was it that the church
The
was like
church
a
is
shack?
basically like a shack. It's like fairly a
Okay.
small building. What did you get?
An 8.
Can't see any crypts.
I can't see anything apparently, despite the fact that I've turned it back into myself. So in character, 84 is basically going to be wandering aimlessly around, just
Yep.
sort of looking at things, being like, she's really not fussed about finding this rat, apparently.
Is there?
Is there like trail marks? Like, does it look like there's a specific direction that there might be footprints coming out of the graves?
Tracks.
I'm going to say the investigation check that was made, you can't tell.
Okay.
The ground is muddied, and it doesn't look as if there's anything that's been disturbed around the grave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to leave,
Is-
my lovely. By the way, now we're
Can
on
I-
actually like on the video. This is Echo. Everyone say hi to Echo. Say hello to her.
Hello.
beast.
There you go.
Ah,
Oh, look at the beans!
Anyway,
so unbothered. I love that. That was great.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't seem to be anything disturbed around the graves that you can tell.
Can I look at each of the graves and have a look and see if there's any religious symbols that are similar?
Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
I knew you was going to say that. I don't know why I asked.
I was going to say you asked the
Oh, but
question.
an actual 20 though. I'm fine.
Hey.
Woo!
So, having a look around. Are you having a look around the graves, or like in the coffins, or where is it that you're sort of like having a look around for this?
Just generally like in front of the graves and on the gravestones, just seeing like what's on there, if there's any religious symbols or anything.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of praise be, and all that stuff.
Looking around, a large majority of these graveyards, these gravestones hold the words "Praise be to him" and "Praise be his light" and things like that. And there are the symbol that you've seen around Shelltown with the cross. Sorry, I gotta throw her out. Hold on.
She
Aw.
loves you.
Sorry.
Oh, baby.
Banished. You are
Oh.
banished. Banished from the
Aw.
realm of D&D.
Poor Echo.
No.
No. Forever banished.
Oh,
She
Forever
has been
banished.
grounded.
the poor baby.
Yeah. Yeah. So you see a
Mhm.
lot of what you've already seen with the cross and the eye, but there is something that does
Mhm.
catch your eye. Having a look around these gravestones and things, as you make your way back to one of the graves that you inspected before, you do notice, and it takes your eye because you've seen this symbol pretty much everywhere you go for the last few months. You see embedded in the grass and the mud, there is a small symbol of the Fate Weaver that seems to have
Yeah.
been like stomped into the grass and the mud itself.
In the
Are there
grass.
more of those?
Not from what you can tell. As Jam looks around, you only see the one.
Point it out to specifically Jeannie.
Yeah.
Jean looks and she goes, "Oh, well, that's quite unusual, isn't it? Especially for somewhere like here."
Do you think it could mean anything? Like, what would be the purpose of putting the Fate Weaver symbol in the grass?
I'm not sure. Well, it looks as if someone's dropped it and sort of ran over it. Doesn't look as if it's been purposefully dropped or anything. I'm not really sure of the significance of it. But now I suppose we know that there's someone here that worships the Fate Weaver at the very least, which is something. It's
Interesting.
interesting, yeah, it's new.
Does it look freshly put in the ground?
Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
Can I help?
Yes.
Ooh.
Not that it really
Okay.
matters. You just, yeah.
Yeah. Would it go neutral at that point?
I'm going to say no. Still the same.
Okay. Investigation, yeah?
Yeah. No, nature. Or nature or investigation. It's up to you. You can sort of determine.
I'll take the investigation.
Okay.
Because it's only slightly better. It's 6.
6. You're unsure whether or not sorry, I've got distracted by that conversation that we just had. What was the original intent of your role?
I wanted to know if the Fate
it was
Weaver
recent.
symbol had been recently
yeah.
put there.
Unclear. It's difficult to tell. It looks fairly embedded, so it's probably an assumption that it might be anywhere between like recent and yesterday. But it does seem to be
Boris!
as if it's been like, so it's near one of the graves, as if it's been like dropped as someone is going in or out of it.
Cool. I'm gonna call Boris.
Okay.
Boris,
Boris wanders over
you're
to you.
lower
What
to
do
the
I do?
ground. Can you look at this and see if it looks recent?
He sort of shoves his beak in the ground and just starts quacking into the mud. And 84, you can hear him be like, I have... possibly. Go ahead and roll a intelligence check for me, for Boris.
Oh, good. Excellent. His best stat.
Okay, so... yeah, it's hard to determine whether or not this is recent. Boris also struggles to figure out whether this has been done recently, but he sort of gathers that you got an 11 on your check, didn't you,
I
Katie?
did.
I'll tell you what happens. As Boris is like looking at this thing, he raises his head, can't really figure it out, starts quacking, and just goes to walk away. And as he does, he just like, you can see his like footprints just like mucking up the mud and things. And Naren, as you look down, you just see as Boris is like scraping his webbed feet along the ground in a huff because he can't figure out whether or not this has been done recently. You do see a small footprint, just barely a footprint, and it's being like, it's currently in the process of being mucked up by Boris right now.
I grabbed the duck and I'm like, whoa, what?
What?
And Boris, yeah, he's gonna scream at you in offense.
Sorry, Boris.
And he'll be like, "What the hell are you doing?" And it's like,
Get
"Hey,
your
how dare
hands
you
off me."
unhand me?"
What
Sorry,
are the
Boris.
charges?
Footprint in mud.
Yes, the mine.
What? 84, what did he say? I just told him that he was messing up the footprint.
He's horribly offended that you picked him up, and you should unhand him
Okay.
now. Too, yeah, those footprints are his.
No, this footprint.
And 84 is gonna take Boris lovingly and give him a stroke, and then she's going to crouch down to the footprint, to be like, which one? And she's essentially gonna try and do an investigation check on that footprint. Please.
I picked the one, the
Okay.
specific one.
Let's go. So you found the footprint on the ground.
Cool.
What do you want to do?
84 investigated it with 22 investigation.
22?
So.
By the size of it, it's a very similar size to your feet, 84, or Scooter's feet. So it's definitely a child's footprint.
Right.
And
It could be Scooter.
very possibly. However, you did
No
just
child
come
is
from
called
there.
Norman.
So yeah, it's
don't know
a
that.
child-sized footprint. You don't see any more, but the footprint is leading away, as in the sole of the footprint is pointing away from the grave.
In what direction? Like, where is it heading towards? Do we know?
It's difficult to tell because Boris has messed up part of the print itself, so it's hard to tell where it's leading, but it's definitely leading away. You can see the back of the shoe is like towards the grave, basically.
Okay. Can 84 like essentially like get really close to the ground and be like slowly walking in the direction where she thinks the footprint is, looking for more?
Okay. Go ahead and make a investigation check with disadvantage as you're like slowly taking your time in the muddy ground.
Sure. 6.
Can I help?
Yeah, you can help. It would make it a straight roll then. I'll let you roll again because
Okay.
it was called out.
Investigation. 9. Would have
9.
been better to go with the higher roll out of my 2. Fuck.
So it's as you're like sort of getting right down on the ground and like having a look, Boris is like trailing behind you and just messing up any potential footprints you may be like encountering, but like missing them. You do see one. You see
Perfect.
one just for like a split second, and then Boris just like comes and like walks in front of you.
I'm gonna pick Boris up and I'm like, okay, Boris, I don't normally do this, but I am removing you
What?
from the situation.
Oh, dang you!
Yes. It was like, your investigating skills are not required today,
I am
sir.
impeccably intelligent at investigation. I am a regular detective, you know. I could be.
You definitely could, but today you have not got your detective's hat on. And she's going to go to the closest tree and she's just going to pop him on said
He just
tree,
pops him on the
on a
tree.
branch.
He just sort of sits there. He wiggles his head, and you see the detective hat like come onto his head. And he goes, "I do see."
He's like, "You're fooling nobody.
Ah.
There should be a D for dunce."
The poppycock.
And 84 is like, "I'm going to be the bigger person and walk away from this conversation. Goodbye."
Yeah, you do that, you coward! Coward! As you place him onto this tree, you go back, and there is a partial footprint that like has duck feet towards the back of it, as if he was going to walk over it. And then
Excellent.
you see the sole of the front of the boot print leading almost like towards the church, but like at an angle as if it was going ahead of the church, like behind it.
Okay. I'm gonna follow in that direction, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna tell the others, and I'm like, it's definitely a child's footprint, and I think it leads behind the church. I'm gonna go have a further look. Keep Boris away from it.
Boris,
Quack to
don't
you.
mess up any more footprints.
He continues to quack for another minute straight at you.
His anger.
What are the rest of you doing as 84 is following this trail?
Following behind.
Following the
Okay,
trail.
cool.
Yeah.
So
Following the lead, the lead,
as you follow the muddy brick road, you round
muddy
the
brick road.
round the church,
Brilliant.
and eventually you do start picking up more like defined prints, as if they were like more recent. And you get to behind, and you see just slumped up against a grave. Now the footprints go past this, but as you look, you see slumped up against the grave like a long humanoid figure that has just bite marks torn out of it, and you just see it like bleeding into the mud. And the blood is fairly recent; it's wet, it's still dripping. And you remember that this is where the caretaker came from behind the church. Is this space? And you just see like a half-eaten carcass of what looks to be like an elongated creature of some kind, humanoid.
Could I have a
is-
closer look at it?
Yeah, go
I was
ahead.
about to say, is it alive?
Go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Can I poke it with a stick?
A
Yeah,
medicine.
you poke it with a stick.
Yeah, I can poke
Yeah,
it with a stick.
yeah, you can
Great.
poke it with a
That's
stick.
my medicine check.
Yeah,
I'm poking
okay.
it
I
with a
was-
stick.
You can roll with advantage.
I
yeah.
got. Okay, I got a 13 and then 16.
Okay. So as 84 is poking it with a stick, you sort of like look, and its face is like it is a humanoid face, but it looks gaunt, as if it's had all of like almost all the its like organs and juices just sucked out of it, and it's definitely dead. You can see the eyes are milky. It's deceased, has been for a fairly long time, and it's just carved into, almost torn apart. And also with 16 as well, looking at the bite marks, the pattern of the bite seems to match the mouth pattern of the caretaker's teeth.
We can open his mouth.
Oh yeah, his mouth has been like partially open this whole time. It's just not moving when he talks.
Which is weirder.
He's like shit. What's his name? No Face from Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
very
yeah.
much
Like,
so.
yeah. Like,
Cool.
except he's got like bandages over his face, but his mouth that you see at the front is just like it seems to just hang open a lot.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the bite marks seem to match that as well.
Hmm.
Erase.
I suggest we don't stay with the caretaker tonight.
Mm.
We were gonna stay with the caretaker?
We weren't staying with his caretaker, but we were keeping guard of the graveyard to watch out for Norman.
After curfew? After what Naren told us about the creepy guy?
You don't
Yeah.
want to be out after curfew.
I mean, we can run inside the church shack.
You don't want to be out after curfew.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, Naren's genuinely like, no, don't, no.
I definitely don't want to be around the caretaker if he's bitey like this.
Mhm.
But this is the place where we're gonna find Norman, and he said the graves are only undug in the after curfew. So what else would you suggest?
I mean, we
Hmm.
can't fight whatever it is. As far as Naren said.
Well, we don't have to be on show. We can be hiding.
Yeah, but by the sounds of it, it can find us anyway.
You can fight it. It just won't go well.
Good to know.
Well, you know, I'm out of ideas. I don't know what else we can do. If Norman's only coming in the evenings and digging up graves after curfew, then I don't know what else we're meant to do.
Where did these feet go to? Sorry, I'm a bit.
So they go past.
yeah,
they,
did
they
you?
go past this corpse. As if like
Yeah,
they're like
okay.
going past
Oh.
it, but you just see this corpse
Alright,
just
cool.
sat there, just slumped up against a grave.
Cool.
Okay, keep following the footsteps.
Yeah.
Okay, so you keep
Follow the
following the footsteps. Bear with me a second.
I thought we hadn't got to the end of first. This is like, wait a minute, why have we stopped? Let's keep going.
As you
Oh,
move
quickly,
towards,
can I check if there's anything? Can I check if there's anything on the corpse at all, like
yeah,
any
go ahead and
symbols or?
make an investigation check for me.
For sure. Okay. 17.
17. As you look, you don't seem to see any defining features or symbols or anything. The creature or the person that this is dressed in rags. It looks as if this was like a person that has been just stretched.
Oh.
But you don't know how. But there's no defining like iconography on it or anything.
Okay. H4 is gonna stand up, wipe her hands off, be like, Grace. Keep following the footsteps.
Okay. As you keep...
Can
yeah.
Garina stop Jeannie for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
Jeannie, where's your symbol of the fate we'her gone?
She looks. She goes, "Oh, I don't know. I must have misplaced it back at the back at the orphanage. Do you think I've left it there?
I don't know.
Oh, well,
Did you have it on you when you came here?
I think so. As far as I know, I'm barely away from it. We should after we're done here, we should try and find it and see. Oh, aye, that's...
Are we able to throw back our? I'm not saying I'm doing this, but are we able to like throw back our memory to see if we remember when she might have last had it?
Go ahead and make... those who want to, go ahead
memory
and
check.
make... Yeah, make... Oh, what would this be? A wisdom saving throw for me, or or an intelligence saving throw to see if you can determine if you can remember the last time she had it.
Sure.
I got a 5.
Got 5. Okay. Garina can't remember the
Wisdom
last
or
time Jeannie had it.
A wisdom or a what?
A
Or
wisdom or
intelligence.
intelligence. Oh no,
Okay.
this will be an intelligence roll, intelligence save. Sorry, to see if you can
Okay.
think back to when that she might have it last.
Okay, I got 17.
Jam, you got 17.
Yeah.
Naren, what did you get?
I didn't roll.
Okay. 84. What did you get?
7.
7. Okay. Yeah, you can't remember when she last had it.
Like
and
any
she
of
just-
us?
Seemingly.
84 is going to like go hold her hand, and I'm like, it's probably with Scooter. He likes random shiny things, so a simple. He's probably got it.
All right. Okay.
We'll go ask
Can
him
I-
once we're down here.
Can I just have a look to see if I'm missing anything?
Yeah, you can sort of like have a look. Are you looking in your bag and stuff like that as well?
Oh, sorry.
You look in
Yeah.
your bag. Everything seems to be there. You have everything on your person. You have everything in your inventory in your bag.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Is any of Jeannie's other stuff missing?
She sort of like takes out her bag and rifles through it a little bit and checks her person, and she goes, "I think everything seems to be here."
Hmm.
As far as
I remember her having it at the orphanage, but I don't remember past that.
as far as I can tell, I've got everything. I don't know why I would have misplaced it.
Naren's gonna take Jeannie's hand
Mhm.
and just be like, even though you don't have the symbol, you still have your faith.
Absolutely, of course
Yeah.
I do. Of course.
Yeah.
What about the symbol we found in the mud? Do you think
We can go get back and get it if you want.
I just think whoever lost it might if we ever find them, it might be nice to give it to them in a place like this.
How far back is that?
It's literally just like doesn't feel so.
All right. I'm gonna run over and go grab it for her.
Okay, you head over, you pick it out of
Yep.
the mud, and you pick it up, and you sort of pick it up out of the mud, and as you're picking it up, it keeps going, and it's a chain. It's a necklace.
Cool. And I'm gonna clean it off as I head back to Jeannie.
Okay. You
And
clean it
I'm
off.
just gonna be like, present it to her if she wants it.
Okay. She takes it, and she just sort of like holds it in her hand, and she goes, "Thank you. I keep this safe for whoever's lost it."
Can 84 please message into Jeannie's head?
Mhm.
And she's just gonna say, the caretaker was moving extremely fast earlier, especially when he was lighting candles. Do you think he could have taken it? Considering you're in a graveyard for a different religion?
Oh, he must have if he'd seen it and he disapproved. I didn't mean to offend. I just I hope I
Is-
didn't upset him.
Is
Is
Go on,
is,
Ari. Sorry.
is the one that we found Jeannie's? Is there a way for us to check that?
Yeah, you sort of if you want to ask her to hand it over so you can have a look at it.
Yeah, I would like
Was
to have a look just to see if
Sorry.
it is Jeannie's.
Okay, so she sort of hands it to you. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage for me.
Okay.
Was the symbol on top of the church the Fate Weaver?
No, it's the symbol on top of the church is the same chosen symbol you've been seeing throughout the Shelltown.
Cool. All right. Cool.
What did you
I got a 19.
19? You're sort of examining it and looking at it. You're fairly certain. In fact, you are like 99% sure this is her necklace.
But she's not recognized it as her own?
She doesn't seem to have immediately just like recognized it as her own. She sort of sees it and holds it.
I didn't want that answer, TJ. Change it.
Yeah.
That's the answer I didn't want. That's the answer I feared the most.
And can Garina
we-
kind of hold her hand out for
Yeah.
Jam to give it to her?
Yeah. So you
Yeah, and Jam's gonna like give you a knowing look, being like, "I think this is Jeannie's."
Garina, when you get the symbol, you would, of all people, almost immediately know that this was definitely her necklace.
Nice. And I'm just gonna like tuck it into my bag. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it on.
Okay, you put it
Oh.
on, and it fits you fairly
And I'm just gonna
nicely.
like tuck it in.
Nice.
Tuck it in.
She sort of looks and she goes,
Just hold it.
Is everything all right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Make a persuasion check for me, Garina.
Five.
5.
Oh no.
She sort of like looks and she goes, okay, as long as you're all right. I suppose we should carry on looking for this Norman fella.
Follow the footprints.
Follow the footprints it is, of course.
And 84 says that like pretty loud to distract everybody from what just happened.
As you turn and you start following the footprints, you follow them for like just a small amount of time before you come across a grave about 20 feet ahead of you. This one is very recently disturbed. You can see that there's been dirt shoved away in a hurry. The coffin inside the actual grave has been like flung open. The lid is like on top of the ground, and you can see inside the partially decayed body of what looks to be a gentleman with long hair and a beard, wearing what looks to be like a fine black waistcoat, and he's got a symbol of the Chosen, a necklace around his neck, just sort of as it sits on his chest, and he has his left arm, his left leg, and his right eye missing. And you can also see there is like a toolbox next to the lid of the coffin on the ground.
Sorry, TJ. Miss.
Wait, that could-
TJ, what limbs are there? Sorry, what limbs are missing?
So it's the left arm and the left leg and the right eye.
Left arm, leg, right eye.
Wait. So
Cool.
left leg, right
Left arm, left.
So left arm, left leg, right eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
And did you say a toolbox is next to it?
Not next to the grave, but like on the ground where you were all stood, above the grave, there is a toolbox next to where the lid has been thrown.
Cool.
What's in the toolbox? Can I have a look?
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Oh, but TJ, I've been doing so badly on
I
those.
know.
I don't want to.
I'm sorry.
Can I help?
Yes, whoever wants to help can help. So Katie can roll with advantage.
Let's try the last of my dice and see whether that one likes me. Oh, it does. Excellent. So that's a 21.
21. Looking inside the toolbox, you see that there are various things. There are a pair of metal pliers. There is like small rusted scalpels. You can see various like saws, some screwdrivers, and basic tools. And just behind the toolbox, you can see that's sort of been discarded in a hurry. You see a bloody saw and what looks to be like a scooper covered in blood and jelly.
Oh.
Excellent. Delicious. Give it a lick. See how it tastes.
It tastes like ivory.
Are there any tracks following from this toolbox?
Go ahead and make a perception or investigation check for me.
From my deduction, I believe someone has entered a bodybuilding.
It's a natural one.
Natural one.
Yeah.
You look around for a second, and you hear just a behind you, and you sort of look, and
Jason.
you get distracted just slightly as you see just shadows darting in the mist between the graves, and you just sort of that takes your attention for a little bit.
Okay. Weird. Aaron.
What?
You
What?
were looking for something? What were you looking for?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Weird.
That's a little bit, but that's fine.
You've been weird today. Have you noticed?
We're in
Yeah.
quite a weird place.
No, but you're weirder than normal.
Bit rude, but okay.
Just an observation.
Naren, are you okay?
Yeah, that's a nicer way of saying what I was saying.
I believe so. I don't think we're alone.
Okay.
We're never alone.
No, we have Boris with us.
I'm not
And
too
Koff.
great being in the oh right, yes, cough.
You sort of like
The Guardian
you feel
cough.
your hair rustle, and he goes, "Ugh, I've been in there for God knows how. I couldn't find my way out. Where are we? Where the hell are we? What's going on?"
Graveyard.
So
We're
what?
in a creepy graveyard in a creepy town
Right.
called Shale Town.
Cool.
Everybody seems to kind of be zombified. It's great.
Oh,
love it.
fantastic!
We're in hell.
This is what I dreamed of when you told me you could show me the world. Sure. Let's walk into a creepy town. Sure, okay. Yeah, I'm down to it.
The world isn't all unicorns and rainbows.
Hey. I like adventure, okay? That's what I want. Hey, your friend still got that brother of mine in the pot?
I don't know.
Let,
Jam?
let me check. I'm gonna look in my pot.
Hey, he's
yeah. Oh, he's still there.
you been feeding him right?
Of course I have.
Okay, good. Hey, speaking yet?
When did you last feed him?
No. I haven't found enough books for that.
Ah, well, you should get on that. He could be just as charming as me.
Listen, if I find a book before 84 does, I'm on it. But listen, 84 is like, she's on it with books. It's like she can sniff them out or something.
Well, if you need any help, just give me a shout. I'm gonna go bury myself in her hair again. Is that all right, 84?
Okay.
Of course.
Cool.
It's a comfy space for both of us.
If you need me, just nudge your hair or slap your head or something. I'll be down here. Don't worry about me. It's real comfy and nice, not at all creepy in here. And you just you feel him like burying himself again in your hair.
Excellent.
That's a
Right.
weird statement. What have you got in your hair other than him?
I don't know. There could be all kinds of stuff in my hair. I don't really wash my hair that often. So,
Oh.
so I don't know. I could have, I don't know, a mouse living up there, a squirrel.
I love
You
that.
see a twig just like next to your hair, and you hear Cough be like, "This place is a goddamn mess."
Okay. It's not even that big. That's quite impressive.
I should probably have a bath at some point. Maybe.
Mm,
Maybe. If I feel like it.
we could all do with a bath.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else would you like to do? Looking at seeing this like toolbox in the body.
Oh, I guess we'll try and like see if there are any other footprints leading away from the body.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Yes.
13.
13. You don't see any footprints leading away from the body. There is like what looks to be like scuff marks in the mud a little bit, like leading slightly away. And there's like you look, following them like ever so slightly towards the fence area. So you're about 15 feet away from the fence with this grave, and behind this specific grave looks to be some kind of like what they call like mausoleums, almost like larger graves where like more important people are buried. And as you just sort of like look, you hear
Okay. So we hear a noise. Can I move towards the noise, please? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do it. I want to try and go into sneak and move from
Okay.
grave to grave
Yep.
to get closer to the sound of the noise, please.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Do we hear the
Yeah.
noise, or does 84 hear the noise?
Go ahead and make a perception. Actually, no. What's all of your passive perceptions? Naren, what's your passive?
13.
13. Naren, you hear it. Garina,
13.
you hear it. And Jam.
What was that?
14.
14. Yeah. So you all hear this.
Cool. I grab Jam's shirt again.
Okay.
My stealth was saying this prematurely. Should have finished doing the maths first. 23.
23. Easily done. You sort of like crouch a little bit and you get closer to the ground and you skirt between different gravestones to hiding behind them. And it's easily done. The gravestones here are fairly large. Also, I do apologize. I should have shown you where we were.
Ah.
So sorry.
Oh.
I completely forgot about that because of all the technical difficulties.
Free in the graveyard.
So
Mm.
as you move from like grave to grave, you get to a point where there is a grave like adjacent to the mausoleum type structure, and as you like peering behind it, you see in the dark, you see the figure of a childlike figure, just sort of like hands on the edge of the mausoleum, just looking around, peeking towards the rest of the group to make sure that they've not been seen. And you see that they've got. It's difficult to tell for details, but they've definitely got long, thick hair, almost like dreadlocks. And they are fairly small. They are just shorter than you. They're like a few inches shorter than you.
Right, okay. So I can see them. So can I message into their head, please?
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, who are you hiding from? What'd you do?
As you sort of like message this into their head, you see the child like looking around, and they don't respond.
And I'm gonna message him again, and I'm like, not gonna find me that way, bud.
And you see him just like straighten up and just run. He just starts running.
Which way
towards the
does he
fence.
run? Which way does he towards the
Yeah,
fence?
so towards the fence, like
Cool.
he's going to flee.
I chase.
Okay. So 84, you all see 84 just like leap out from the grave and just start running towards the fence, unknown reason why.
I'm
Did we
following.
not all see the kid
You
at
can't
that point?
you can't see them from where you are right now, no.
Okay.
But you just see
I'm gonna
84
follow
running towards
Follow.
the gate. Jam, you're following. Garina, are you following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeannie follows as well. Naren?
Everyone's following out of fear of being alone at this point.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
As this childlike figure like legs it towards the fence. 84. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity check for me to see if you can catch up with this
Yeah.
person.
Regular dexterity check.
Yeah, just for now.
Cool.
As we're running, by the way, I would like to be running alongside Jam and just be like, I'm sorry for trying to swing at you.
It's fine. I tried to swing at you too. We're even.
I'm sorry.
Just
So that was a 16.
be nice.
Yeah.
16.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna roll him as well. So as you're like running, he like nears the fence, and you are like gaining on him. Like you're basically right on this figure. The rest of you round the corner, start following 84, and you can see that she's chasing some sort of small shadowed silhouetted figure running towards the fence.
Um,
How far away are they?
From you, they're probably 20 feet or so, 25 feet.
Cool. I would like to dimension door with Jam
Okay.
so that we could go get this fucking kid.
Okay. You and
We're about
But
we
this-
go slightly in front of the kid.
okay. Go ahead.
What does dimension door like feel like to someone who's not prepared for it?
So interesting
You
point.
want to vomit.
So like Garina in the last, I think the last episode or the episode before.
Yeah.
Jam, as this happens, you feel like Naren sort of like hold you and run you through this like ethereal door, and you feel yourself being stretched as far as it possibly can go. You feel all of your atoms
hap-
just collide with each other and smash into each other. All of this feels like it's happening over the course of like minutes, and then suddenly you're just like out of it. You're next to the graveyard. You're in front of this figure that's running towards you.
It's just like. Did you all feel that?
Karina's doing the exact same. Yeah.
It's remembering now that felt. Naren and Jam, I need you to roll a dexterity save with disadvantage.
Okay.
Naren, I need you to roll a dexterity save to see if you can catch this kid.
Oh, a natural 20 wasted.
Oh no.
So
And replaced
Naren,
with a 3.
you need to beat a
Oh.
15.
5.
I didn't.
Didn't. As like
However, TJ,
yes.
can I, because obviously I don't know what their plan is,
Mhm.
can 84
Don't think Jam
do
does either.
quick succession changes?
Sure.
So
You have 2
the
left.
plan,
Sure.
the plan is
Mhm.
using my momentum,
Mhm.
I essentially launch myself at
Okay.
the kid
Right.
as some form of small object.
Yep.
Then once I hit the kid, I turn into a rope and immediately coil myself around their ankles so they fall over.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
That's
me.
the plan.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity save for me, as like
Sure.
as you see Naren and Jam just appear in front of the kid. The kid ducks and weaves around them, and you launch yourself over to this kid. You whack it in the side in the back of the head, and they seem a little bit disorientated, and you turn into a rope. What did you get?
I got a 25.
25. Let's see if they can beat it.
Oh yeah.
They did not. As you
Heh.
turn into rope round their legs, and they just and just hit the ground as they had their hand on the fence, ready to climb it, and you just take them down, and they hit the ground in a huff. What is everyone doing? Is they're trying to rapidly get this rope off of their legs.
84 is just gonna message them into their head and be like, I mean, I did wonder what you were doing. Running is one option, I guess. But only if you're
Oh, I'm
smart
back.
enough.
And things are going weird. I'm gonna wait for them to settle.
Oh.
Cool. Right, everyone's back.
Okay, I think I'm back.
So sorry, what was your message again, Katie?
Basically, she's just taunting him.
Okay.
She's
As,
basically just calling him slow in both mind and body.
Nice, love that. As you tackle him to the ground and you start taunting him, you don't hear him say a word. He just tries to get the rope off, and tries to slide you over his legs. What the rest of you
I'm
doing?
gonna
whilst this is
tighten
happening?
every time. Every time he tries to get me off, I'm just gonna tighten like a boa constrictor.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll a contested strength check for me.
Oh,
You need to
Um,
beat a 13.
I imagine we'll help, won't we?
Yeah, we're gonna be going over to help, but Jam's like still going. Naren, you gotta warn me.
So go ahead
You
and
gotta warn
roll
me, Naren.
with advantage. Katie,
A
go
bit-
ahead, roll with advantage for your strength.
with advantage.
Yeah, because
okay.
everyone's helping you. You got to beat a
Jam, it's
13.
kind of a spur of the moment thing, okay?
Well,
Blech.
thank God for that, because the first one was a 3, the next one is a 17.
Okay.
Hey.
You manage to tighten as the rest of them come over and hold him still as he struggles and he can't get where he needs to be.
I would like to message into this kid's head and be like, if you keep struggling, we will kill you.
He immediately just goes stiff.
Yep.
And stops struggling.
Mhm.
As you turn him round, you see his hair is not hair. It seems to be heavy sets of wood, and his skin is made of wood, and you see his body and his joints are hinges. and his clothes are like tattered fabrics, and his eyes are like beads, black beads. This childlike figure is a construct of some kind.
Pinocchio? Do you want to be a real boy?
The boy's wooden skin is like a dark oak. He's got like a fairly rounded, almost like American football style head. As the like chunky bits of wood make up dreadlocks in his like small bob hair.
Cool.
84 is just like, yeah, if you don't start talking, we'll burn you on a fire. Big
Oh,
bonfire.
And Jan was just like, what? Are you doing? What? What?
Go ahead and make an intimidation check with disadvantage as Jam's heaving in the background from the
Disadvantage,
from
That-
the
that's fair.
teleportation.
Understandable. Well, I mean, none of them are really that good. So
Listen, hold on, TJ. Counterpoint. Would you not be shit scared of someone throwing up on you if they were standing on you, pinning you down, threatening to vomit on you?
It's a not very intimidating situation if especially like if I've got someone holding me down and one person's trying to be like, yeah, we'll burn you, and the other person's like, I'm not very intimidated.
You
I
have
wouldn't
big
really,
balls
yeah,
to be
I would-
you.
I wouldn't really say that whoever's holding me down was prepared for this or knew what they were doing if like there's one just dry heaving trying not to throw up.
But
Yeah,
what
but
if they have pointy teeth and they're trying to throw?
Right.
No, I
Nice try.
understand. Don't worry.
Good looking out. Nice try though.
what if there's another one with Eldritch Blast cradling in their hands?
You can do that if you like. You can. It will be a straight intimidation roll if you want to do that to
Cool.
help.
Am I
Yeah, we'll go
rolling
with that.
again, or am I just going with the high
Straight roll. Let's go.
Yeah, roll again. Just roll a straight roll.
Okay. Thank God for that, because it's better than both of them were.
Oh.
In which case, it's a 21. By the way,
Woo!
the first one was a 3
Yeah.
plus 4, so 7.
Woof.
And the second one was a 7 plus 4.
Oh my
So,
god.
I'm glad we re-rolled.
Okay, so
Nice.
as you like hold him down, Jam's just heaving in the background, just trying not to be sick on this child thing. And you see Naren helping Jam hold this person down with crackling energy. Garina, what are you doing in this situation, by the way?
I think Greenie probably can't really take her eyes off Jeannie,
Okay.
to be honest. So like she's probably stood behind Jeannie, but just like keeping an eye on her while also like trying to keep up with what's going on.
Okay. Go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Oh, that came out of the thing. 14.
14. Cool. As the rest of the group tackle this child and threaten them with a bonfire and an eldritch blast, you hear almost like a wheeze come through as the kid goes, I'm sorry. Who are you? I didn't. If you're working for the caretaker, I'm sorry. Just, please don't give me to him. What do you want?
Are you Norman?
Who's asking?
We are the ones who have your life, on the kilter right now.
Okay. Fair point.
84 is gonna message into his head and just be like, friends of the 84 gang.
Oh, you're with those idiots. Okay.
Yeah, we're not
Oh.
with them, but friends of.
Well, did the fox send you? Look, I only do pickups with the fox. Okay. I don't
He
trust
sent us to get some
outsiders.
information. He sent us to get some information. We did a job for him. He gave us your information.
Wait. Hang on a second. Are you all adults?
I'm
Yep.
not.
Just about.
Who keeps talking to me in my head?
And then as the rope, I'm gonna lift up one end of myself and be like, me, hello, and like wave the end of the rope.
You got a telepathic rope? That's kind of cool.
She's not always a rope.
It's a she? Your rope has pronouns? I've never seen that before. What?
Yes, very
Your rope
progressive.
has
Anyway,
That's
If we didn't
That's
already
pretty
have a name for the
the
episode,
episode, yeah.
it should be our rope
the
has
rope has
pronouns.
pronouns.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that's funny.
You are welcome. As he looks, he goes, I've never seen that before. Yeah, no, I don't deal with outsiders, and you're all adults except the rope. And
I shoot an Eldritch Blast next to his head.
okay, look, you don't need to be all rough and tumble with me. I get it. You're super powerful and you're blasty and all that, but like, you need to listen to. You're adults, and you're not, walking the streets and praise be this shit, praise be that.
Praise be my fucking ass.
Who are you?
We just want to know where Orin Scrivello is.
You see his face just like drop and like go almost like a neutral, and he goes, "We're done. I'm not talking anymore."
The fox said you would tell us.
Yeah, the fox talks out of his ass. He promised
So
you
do
I'd
you,
tell
apparently.
He told you I'd tell you where.
You're going to tell us, or we're going to give you to the caretaker.
Fine. Go ahead. I don't even know who an Orin Scrivello is anyway.
Uh-huh. Of course you don't. And I shoot another Eldritch Blast next to the other side of his head.
He flinches and just like stops talking.
84 is going to message into Naren's head, and I'm like, you hold him down, I'm going to turn back into my normal self.
Gab, Garina, please hold down the wooden boy. You're stronger than me.
His name
Okay.
is Norman. And 84 is going to turn from a rope back into herself. And she's just going to sit directly in front of him. She's just going to be like, Norman, this was not the way we planned to do this. We're really sorry. I mean, for one, we had no idea what you looked like. The fox didn't really give us any describing factors, so that's really handy.
He's usually scarce on the details. That asshole.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time. He does that. He thinks it's cool. He's wrong.
Yeah, he is.
Look, if can we make a deal? I'm not going to throw you to the caretaker. In fact, I'm going to take you out of his domain, take you out of the graveyard, and we can just have a little chat. Okay?
Mhm.
Get you to a safe location, and we'll just have a chat. And maybe you can tell us why you possibly were taking pieces out of a dead body? Maybe?
You had to make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, love that. Nat 20 plus 1.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, wait, persuasion. Not performance.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Persuasion is 4. So,
Yeah.
24. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So as he sort of like looks you up and down, he looks to Naren, looks to the rest of you like holding him down, and he goes, I was told not to go to a second location, but it's either that or you're gonna kill me, so like, I don't know. Sure.
Ignore them. Ignore them. You're
Oh,
talking to
Don't
me.
ignore them.
Well, I haven't done anything. I'm just doing what I'm told.
You nearly chucked up on me. That was weird.
Listen, that's Naren's fault. Listen,
That's about-
Everyone's
hell's
first
Naren?
time to mention Orin.
Oh,
And
so
Naren's
you're
the one that was.
Hi.
so you're adults and you've got magic. Great. Why are you here?
I don't.
As I
I
said, ignore them. You're talking to me.
Fine. Let's.
Rude.
Where do you have in mind?
Can I suggest oh god, what's his name? Fuck.
Computer?
Andre. Can I suggest Andre
Andre.
Shack?
He sort of looks and goes, yeah, Andre's a friend.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go there. And then you've got someone else you trust around.
He's not gonna like you taking me to his house, though. I hope you know this, right? We're not
Why
supposed to
wouldn't
be.
he like that?
Because if you got followed, and you're taking me to
Well-
the only idol in this whole place that doesn't buy into this bullshit,
Then we'll make sure we're not followed.
you better do a good job. Because it seems you already were. And he looks behind you, and you can hear chains coming from where you entered the graveyard, and you hear a greasy
Hey.
chuckle, and he goes,
I was wondering when you would all show. Looking for the strangers, are we?
and he looks at you, he goes,
Time to bounce.
time to bounce. And he looks at Jam and Greener and goes, can I move on my own now?
Yeah.
As long as you move with us, yes.
Okay, sure. Lead the way.
Or the other option is that you and me go to Andre's and the rest of them make their way there separately.
Whatever's safer. I don't want to be followed.
Because we can split
Might-
up and distract them.
I was going to say it might be worth for us hanging back and distracting him so you can go off and.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Garina, stick with me. And Naren, stick with me if you want to. Whichever way you want to go. I know you don't really want to hang around from the look of your face.
No,
Um,
I'm fine.
okay. As long as we're happy to stick around, we'll stick around.
Gina, you go with 84.
No, I'm trying to sneak us around. I need just me and the kid.
Jeannie's staying with me anyway.
I was going to suggest I'd rather stick around with the
No
baby grape.
offense, Jeannie.
No, none taken. I'm rather slow myself
offense.
anyway. It's all right.
You guys, go. Get out of here.
Okay, we're going.
As you hop over the fence, we are going to
Are you
take.
taking Boris?
Yeah,
no, Boris
is
is staying with you because he's
Okay.
being an aggravating little bitch today. So.
Alright.
It's just 84 and Norman, and the rest of the
The
group stays
84
behind.
Norman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As
Garina, it's debriefing time.
Do you robe? Do
Yeah,
you
but
robe? Do you robe?
Am I wrong in thinking that the caretaker's talking to people,
He
Yes,
is
he
talking to
is.
people. Yes.
saying that they're here for us? So why we've decided to stick around is beyond me.
Because
Distract
I need a
them from following
distraction.
84.
Let's distract them by finding us. Brilliant.
Yep. Apparently so.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sure.
as
Green is
84
not fast.
as 84 and Norman
Neither am I.
jump the fence, the rest of you stay behind. As you look, you see a fair few chosen few members off in the distance near the gate where you
Ah,
entered. Speaking, you can't see him from here. You can definitely hear his voice, but they seem to be speaking to someone in front of the church door. And that is where we're going to go take a break for a second.
Wow.
So, welcome back, everybody. We
Hello.
had a little break, and we are back. So, where we left off, 84 and Norman have jumped the fence to head towards Andre Patrine's shack, and the rest of the group have stayed behind to seemingly distract the chosen few. So, first, we're going to pick up with 84 and Norman first. As you hop
Cool.
the fence and you start to are you running or are you briskly walking? What's the pace?
Not so much briskly walking as we are going to go straight across the road to anywhere where we can like dip down and start hiding because I basically want to move in between buildings, constantly staying as hidden as possible
Okay.
as we move up to the other part of town.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. You can roll it with
Yeah.
advantage as well, because Norman is
Cool.
there as well.
Well, fucking hell, I needed that one because the first one was a nat one.
Oh, you're
Holy
not
shit.
rolling good today, are you? Jesus.
No. However, the other one was a 14 plus 9, so that
Okay.
we're okay.
Okay, so yeah,
so a
you
23.
you managed to
23,
dip into some of the buildings and the alleyways and things that are like located in the round, and you generally have a confidence that you are going to make it to Andre's without being seen.
Sweet.
And as you like move in and out the alleyways and stuff, you come to Andre's shack, and as you come in, you try the door, and the door is not working. It seems to be barred by something.
Oh, okay. And I try just like knocking on the door.
Mhm.
And basically like whispering in, being like, Andre, it's 84. Are you in there?
How's the food tasting?
I haven't eaten any of it. Why would
Sure.
I?
Why?
Yeah, I still have my rations. Why would I eat food from here?
Why wouldn't you? Just ask me the question. Answer the question.
Because you turn fucking crazy if you do.
Enough.
As you hear as you hear things like moving away from the door, he skirts the door open. The second he opens the door, he sees Norman. He goes,
No. We're not. We can't do this. He can't be here.
Why not? Why not?
What if you were followed? We don't
We weren't.
communicate like this.
We weren't followed, and my friends are distracting people, so it's fine.
"Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me."
Sure. Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20.
Damn, son.
At +4, so 24.
As he sort of like looks and he goes,
Fine. But you can't stay for long. Come in here.
and
That's fine.
ushers you in and slams the door and piles things into it. Meanwhile, the rest of the group, what are you doing as you see 84 Norman skirt off down the street? The rest of you are stood there, and you see the chosen few off in the distance, and you see them talking to a figure that you assume to be the caretaker.
Can Garina hold Jeannie's hand?
Jeannie sort of like holds your hand. It's fairly limp and sort of like loose, but she holds your hand.
Just gonna like squeeze her hand a little bit.
Okay. So we could see the caretaker and the chosen few walking towards us, yeah?
They're not currently walking towards you. The chosen few seem to be talking with the caretaker at the moment, just off in the distance in front of the church. It seems like they don't know where you are right now.
Okay. Which way did 84 run towards the fence? Where are we currently?
So she ran behind you. So essentially you're at the back of the graveyard behind the church. So she ran over the fence behind you, and as you're like looking in front of you is the people that are over there.
Okay. Okay.
With me holding Jeannie's hand, did it like, I don't know, how did it feel?
Go ahead and roll me
Like-
a perception check for me, or an insight check. It's up to you.
Like, did it feel normal? Did it feel nice, like it normally does?
Did it feel nice?
That is a 12.
12. Okay, bear with me.
I don't like it here.
Only just now? Oh,
I've always hated it here. Jeannie,
Oh, okay.
Jeannie
Yeah.
wants to go ages ago.
So yeah, you feel her hand. If you want to check your whispers, Garina.
Oh.
And what are the rest of you doing?
Oh, God. I don't know. I don't No,
I don't know.
I don't know.
So,
Can I let go
Sorry.
of Jeannie's hand, please?
Yeah,
Oh.
sure.
Just to double check, which way did 84 go? She went behind us.
Behind us, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, how about we just start heading right or left?
I mean, yeah, we could. We can, because we want to distract them. That was the main goal. But there's a lot more than I thought there was gonna be.
Does it seem like they actually know where they're going, or does it seem like they're just talking to a caretaker?
Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Insight. Okay. A 15.
15. It seems like they're unsure like where to go, but they're definitely like looking as if they're going to be looking around the graveyard soon. It seems like they're probably just looking and talking to the caretaker as a courtesy to make sure that they're given permission to be here, essentially.
Okay.
How many are there? How many are there?
How many are there?
Counted them myself.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Jam.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that to people, by the way, that they don't really seem to have a goal, they just seem to be talking to the caretaker.
15.
15. From what you can tell, from what you can see at the very least, you can see about 5 or 6 of them. There may be more like further next to the front of the church, but you're unsure from where you are right now.
Sorry, I was distracted. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. So you see about 5 or 6 of them, but there could be more further, like at the front of the church. From where you are right now, that's all you can see.
Okay.
Do they look like the ones we saw at the docks?
Yeah, the chosen few members are like not the exact ones you saw at the docks, but it's hard to tell because they all kind of seem like they look the same.
Just those ones are squishy.
Very.
Yes.
So, as you're looking on, you hear the caretaker's voice go,
I knew there was something off about them. Of course, you have my permission to search the grounds. No funny business. I'm sure Father Crawford would have your head.
as
Father
the chosen few
Crawford.
members begin to start looking around.
Oh god.
So, what would you like to do as the chosen few members begin to scatter and separate? And they all seem to be like looking around. And you see some of them have lanterns as well.
Ah, shit. I am stuck. I don't know what to do.
I don't have a fucking clue.
Have we did we hear that? Did we hear they say
Yeah. The
Father
voice just sort
Crawford.
of like echoes around.
Okay. Cool. I would like to disguise myself
Mhm.
as the main person who came for the taking.
Okay.
The guy who's talking.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna be like, back me up if this fucks up.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just hang back, and if it goes wrong, please help. And I would like to go over and approach the groups.
Okay.
Like one of the groups,
So as you
at least.
you walk over, Jam and Garina sort of like behind following. Where's Boris? Is he just sort of wandering with you as well, or?
I'm assuming that Boris is gonna hang back as well.
Okay, so Boris.
Yeah, they're all hanging back. I'm off on my own.
Oh, so you're going
I'm
ahead of
I'm
them
not
and then-
following.
Okay. fair enough.
Yeah. I'm going ahead. I don't really want them being seen unless I need help.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
as you make your way towards them, and you
Walk
approach.
with purpose.
Okay, of course.
Yes.
You notice that they sort of like are looking, and then they clock you. What do you say?
I had the words and now they've escaped me. One sec. This isn't Aaron. This is me having a slow moment because I'm on my third rum.
I see you went and got another.
I did.
Love
Look at this lovely rum and coke. Hey,
Oh, love.
Uh-huh.
Dragon.
Oh, I'm driving us to
Ah.
work tomorrow.
You probably won't have to. Don't worry. I'll have a water before I go to sleep. It'll be fine. Brain, please function for a second. Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry?
I'm gonna go up to them and I'll be like, "What? Why are you wasting time here? They're not. No, they're not here. They're over by the docks. Go back to. They're hiding out at the docks."
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
I'll say, because didn't they
no.
follow us here?
Oh no. Oh no.
What was it?
Oh no. Oh no.
I rolled a 16,
Mm-hmm.
And then
and then I rolled a 1.
We're running.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
As you say this, the chosen few just sort of like look quizzingly at you, and you hear the caretaker just sort of giggle to himself as you see him peer from behind the front of the church, and he shakes his head, and then he looks towards the gate, and walking through the gate is Father Crawford. With
Oh
staff in
no.
hand, he walks with purpose, much like you did, and just slowly walks to you. The chosen few part. They don't touch you. They just part. And Father Crawford walks up to you. Well, it is very rare that I get to look in a mirror these days. I am quite handsome.
Deck him. Punch him in the face. Grab him by the
Yeah.
balls.
I came to invite you all for dinner. Please, it's very rare that we get travelers around here, and I would rather not stir up trouble, so I wish to extend an olive branch, as it were. I assume your friends are here, no?
Okay, just over table,
Mhm.
because I don't want to upset anyone.
Okay.
How mad will you guys be if I do start shit with this guy?
I mean, we're trying not to get involved as much as we can because we want to leave, right?
I just want to go.
Yeah.
True.
Like, the plan is get Orin Scrivello and get out, right? I mean,
Yes.
it's always entertaining to find out more lore.
Yes.
So, you know.
But so if I go to shake this guy's hand and give him a shocking grasp, you guys would be against that, I'm hearing.
Hey, I'm never
You-
against dumb ideas.
You do whatever your character will do.
Yeah, you
Do what you need to.
boo.
I just don't want to upset the party, you know?
Listen, there
I
are no
don't know what to
personal feelings
do.
over the table. However, on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the table,
In this
okay.
moment, what is Naren going to do?
Okay, so, sorry, repeat to me what you just said.
He basically invited you to dinner.
And we're going to kill him. Let's kill him at dinner.
Karina, always having the good ideas. To dinner with us.
Yes.
Why would you want us to come to dinner?
I rarely ever get the company of outsiders, and I wish to bury the hatchet, as it were. I wish not for any hassle to be caused. That commotion at the docks can be behind us. If, of course, you accept my invitation. Trust me, I don't want you here longer than you need to be, but it seems you are.
Okay, so let me just get this straight. So you're not trying to indoctrinate us to stay here. You want us to leave.
You will find your faith as you will. I cannot force your hand. I can simply just show you the door. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to. I simply wish to invite you to break bread with me and my associates.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
It's an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. He seems genuine. He seems like he legitimately
Okay.
wants to invite you to dinner.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to disguise myself into just a commoner again, because I don't want them seeing my actual form.
Yep.
Even though at this point I'm pretty sure he knows what it is anyway, because of the whole incident in the tavern. But just to be careful. Yeah, gonna do that. And yeah, I'm just gonna say I will talk with my associates. Is this a tonight thing?
I was thinking preferably as soon as possible to get as much water under the bridge as we can, so yes, or tomorrow if that works for you if you're still here. Of course, there is a lot you don't know about here. I would advise that it's probably not best for you to try and leave just yet. There are things you don't quite understand about this place that might cause you harm if you were to try. I don't wish to threaten in any way, I just simply wish to make you aware.
Okay. And just want to check with you. Is the Crooked Man you're doing, or is that just something that's here?
The Crooked Man has been here for quite some time. What makes you think he's my doing?
I'm just asking. I'm not blaming, I'm just asking. Because he gave me one hell of a time and I wasn't appreciative of it.
The Chosen does not like his children to be out after dark, as it were.
Oh, the Crooked Man is the Chosen, is he?
All of the creatures here are the Chosen's children, of course.
Okay. Interesting. Yes, I will talk to my associates and let you know. Well, we'll either appear tonight or we'll appear tomorrow. I can't imagine it'll be any later than that. Sorry, I can't give you anything more concrete.
You are absolutely within your rights. Meet me at the gates of the Chosen Domain. And he points off just in the distance and he says, the big wall with the metal gates, with the church behind it, the large cathedral. That's our home. Meet me there when you have made your decision. Me and my associate will be waiting.
Okay, thank you very much. What was your name again, sorry?
Father Crawford. And you?
Father Crawford. I'm going to presume you can see through my whole deal.
Oh, quite, but I wish to put a name to the face.
Okay. As you can see through my whole deal, which, by the way, can I do an insight check to double check they definitely can or not?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Cool.
Can me and Garina hear this whole conversation?
Yeah. How close are you?
Well, we're wherever we last were. Well, we could see them, but we.
Oh, in that case, you can hear like mutterings of this conversation, but you can't make out all of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So from our point of view, we can see them having a conversation, and then
you can hear muffled
I'm
voices,
assuming
and you can see them talking. Yeah, and it seems amicable enough.
Okay.
What was your insight, Naren?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Seems to be putting all his cards on the table, as far as you can tell.
Okay. I forgot what my question was.
Excellent.
That he can see
That's
through
what
your
you want.
facade.
Oh yes. Okay. It's Naren.
Naren, what a wonderful name.
Naren.
It's nice to meet you, Naren. I look forward to you and your
Nice
friends
to meet you
joining
too,
me.
Father Crawford.
And you see him just sort of like smile and turn and call his people away as they sort of drone and just look down as they follow him out of the graveyard.
Just before you leave,
Yes.
the caretaker here is he under your thrall, or is he his own being?
Oh heavens, no! The caretaker is of a mind of his own. He praises the chosen himself. There is no forced faith here, you see. The chosen is the only true God, and people here have seen that. We
Okay.
can discuss it further
And-
at dinner, but just know that I wish not to have you disparage our faith in our home, Naren.
Understandable. And you know, the caretaker eats people.
What the caretaker does on his own land is none of my concern.
That's not an answer to that question we wanted to know, TJ. Thank you very much.
The caretaker is very protective of his
Hmm.
land.
Yeah, no kidding.
Understandable. Okay, well, we'll either see you tonight or tomorrow, and meet you at the chosen gate.
Good night. As he turns
Good night.
and leaves. And the caretaker.
And he's taking all of his lackeys with him.
Yeah, they're all sort of just leaving. And you see the caretaker just like leaning against the church front with his spindly arms crossed. He looks at you and goes,
You got off lucky. Oh, you are quite the sporty one.
It would seem so.
Jam's gonna walk over now that they're walking.
By the
away.
way,
Okay.
your meal is left over there.
Thank you, Naren.
You're very welcome, Mr. Caretaker.
and as you see Jam approach you, and Jeannie follows as well.
So that was odd.
What happened?
They invited us to dinner, and
Oh.
they want to help us leave, but they want to give us some guidance in order
Oh.
to leave, so that we
Okay.
don't hurt ourselves, apparently. But it sounds more like we want you to leave so you don't mess up what we have going on here, rather than we want you to leave because of good reasons.
Okay.
So, but either way, they're helping us leave, so it would be very nice to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Ideally with Orin, but it would be nice to leave.
I'm starting to lose hope in finding Orin.
I don't think he's worth it at this point, but Vi keeps telling me he is.
I believe Vi. I mean, she was very determined to find him, and before.
What if he's more trouble alive than dead?
I don't know.
We'll have to find him and find out, I guess.
I want to know what's going on with the caretaker's stomach.
Okay,
Derove him. Derove him.
Can we give a glance to the caretaker as he's like over there and see what his stomach's doing?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
All right.
Yeah.
As he sort of like makes his way
Perception.
around the church towards where his
Ooh,
meal is left.
21.
21.
Perception. 21 as well.
Hey, twins.
Hey.
As you both like look, you see just sort of like what can be described as like writhing inside, like it's going like up and down and around, and the fabric of like the fabric of the like long overcoat is being pressed against and like moved and morphed.
Can I go over to him and tap him on the back as in a way to get his attention, but I'm also feeling as I'm tapping on his back, you know?
Okay. Ooh, what will this be? Go ahead and make another perception check for me. See if you can feel anything in that moment that you tap him on the back.
Okay. 16.
16. You sort of like pat him on the back a little bit, and like the overcoat is like out, but as you like pat him, it goes in almost like he's skinnier underneath than he should be.
Yeah.
And you don't feel anything like properly with that roll, but it's definitely unusual that it's out more than it should be.
Okay. So I'm tapping to get his attention as well.
So he looks down, he just stops, and you see his head just come down and around, and he goes,
Yes, Jam.
Um,
Don't be
that's a
shy.
really nice coat. Where'd you get it? Can I see the label?
"Make a persuasion check for me."
Amazing.
It's got Forever 21.
A persuasion, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Persuasion. Where are you? Fucking hell. Okay. That's a 12.
12. He sort of like crouches a little bit, and he goes,
Secrets of fashion.
You're gonna gatekeep this? You're gonna hide this from me?
Yes, Jam.
But Mr. Caretaker, I really want a coat just like yours. If you're going to be the fashion icon that you are, how am I supposed to replicate?
sort of like looks, and he goes,
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm hungry again.
and he turns.
Oh,
and,
is that
like,
why
goes
your
towards-
tummy is visually rumbling?
He stops, like dead stops, and he goes,
Yes, my tummy.
Listen, my tummy doesn't normally rumble that aggressively. What's going on under there?
Would you like to see?
No.
Are you
No.
sure?
It's- Also, no.
Is it 3 raccoons in a coat? If so, yeah.
If you're sure, then my meal is waiting.
I didn't say I was sure. Hold on. Let me think about this.
TikTok Jam.
Can I go over to Jam and just put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "You're sure?"
Okay, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, what?
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay. I'll stop.
as he sort of looks, and his smile grows, and he turns and leaves, and walks round the back of the church, and you hear tearing and chomping.
Okay. Damn.
Jam, I think if you want to see that, we're gonna have to kill him.
I mean, he was kind of willing to show, but then when he was willing to show, I kind of got a bit more scared. I don't want to be flashed.
You know, I think, yeah, if he's willing to show, it's because he's willing to eat you.
Look, just because he's going to open his coat doesn't mean he's going to eat me.
What if he's got a mouth in his coat?
I kind of want to. Are you not curious about that?
I'm really fucking curious, but I also don't want to be dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, we got a child to go save.
Oh yeah, we should probably go get Karina too. Karina
Yep.
hasn't come over yet.
Karina hasn't come over. She's with Jeannie though. She's fine. And Boris.
Are you going over
I
to
was
check?
gonna say
Jeannie
Boris
came
is
over.
protecting everybody.
Yeah, Boris is over there with Jeannie. Are you going over to like? get
Boris is
them
like,
with you?
oh.
Okay.
Yes.
So you like go to the back of the grave and you see Jeannie and Boris just sort of like stood there. You don't see Garina.
Ah!
And
Cheers,
that's where
guys.
and that's where we're gonna end the session.
Did you get stolen or something? Did you just
Cheers,
leave?
guys.
What? What?
Oh dear fucking god. Why is it always me?
Why would it? Why
Thank
would
you
Karina
all.
have left Jeannie?
Thank you all for watching. We'll
No.
join you again next
No.
week. We hope you
No,
enjoyed this
entirely
episode.
No.
And
TJ,
What's
TJ,
this?
no, it's not 5:30 yet. You said we're going till 5:30.
We
No,
had
you
15
said
yeah,
we
go to half past
14
or somewhere
minutes.
that's
we
decent.
we have another half an hour because you said we're going for another hour. It was quarter
And
to 10 at
fade
that
to
point.
black.